Welcome to Analytics with Nags. In this video, I'm going to discuss about Power BI release October 2023. What are the new features that Power BI team has released and the features I most like. And so going forward, what I'm thinking is like instead of going through all the features that has been released, some of my favorite and what are the features I'm going to use as part of my day-to-day life. That's what I'm going to discuss. So in this release, I like these two features in reporting. There is Power BI Desktop OneDrive and SharePoint integration, deduplication of composite models, and under modeling, edit your data model in the Power BI service, and Model Explorer in the that includes calculation groups. And also in the services, there is new excitement about deployment pipelines. This is the most important feature I like. I will tell you the reasons as well. And visualization, I like the date picker. So these are the features I like. I'm going to discuss in detail about this. I hope you will enjoy it as well. This channel contains a free content that covers Power BI, SQL Server, MS BI, and also introduction to Azure. So please feel free to share this channel information with your friends and colleagues. Let's try to jump into our today's topic. So Power BI October 2023 release. So first one I liked is that Power BI Desktop OneDrive and SharePoint integration. Already we have integration between OneDrive and SharePoint, but right now what are the other features is like you can able to directly save into the OneDrive and SharePoint, and you can share your reports shared in OneDrive and SharePoint directly from Power BI Desktop. So these are some of the features that I like the most. This will enable us to make more productive in terms of development. Those who are developing the Power BI report, they know the pain, how hard it is to develop with multi-developer environment for a single Power BI files. So these will enhance our features or development process. Then on object interaction, honestly speaking, I'm not using this, so I'm skipping for this for now. And those who are using the on object feature, you can go through it. They have a lot of enhancement coming every month. Basically earlier in Power BI Desktop, on object interaction is nothing but once you have a visual, you can format everything in the format pane. Instead of that, on object interaction is nothing but you can edit within the chart or graph or visual itself. That is all about on object interaction. It was released a few months back, and there are continuous improvements in that. So this feature is all about date hierarchy, how you can switch between date and date hierarchy. And also they introduced a lot of other new things like other charts as well. They want to introduce the on object interaction. Then I'm skipping this the part that I'm not interested in, deduplication rules for composite models. So to give you an overview of what is a composite model, you can bring two different models into a single data set. That is what Power BI composite models. And when you bring two data sets, what happens till now is like if the two data sets has the same table name and measure name, some of the measures are table, the duplication. In order to avoid the duplication, Power BI automatically renames the table name so to customer 2 or even the measure to total sales 2 if two data sets has the same table name or measure. So to avoid that, maybe you can give some meaningful name instead of customer 2 or total sales 2. You can have a suffix or prefix or whatever you want to apply. So this is what deduplication feature. So now when you have two tables in your composite model from different data sets, then one of them will be meaningful name, customer marketing, something like that. So that is what it's all about. I like this feature. When I really worked on the composite model, I faced these challenges, so that is what I like this. And one more important thing is about modeling. Edit your data model in the Power BI service update. So you can able to edit the Power BI model in services. Now you can have managed relationship. So once you have edit option in the Power BI service, till now before this October release, you can able to add measures as well as calculated columns, I think. Now they have introduced manage relationship as well, but it will be in a slightly different view. You cannot edit in GUI like table. You have two different tables and you can drag and drop the relation. That is not possible, I think. You have only some kind of a tabular view over here. You can manually edit it. So this feature is the one I like the most. And Model Explorer public preview with calculation groups authoring. So this is another beautiful feature. Like you have I think they introduced the semantic model, finally full visibility of a semantic model. So you have your Power BI data sets, and you can, on top of that, you can create many of the other semantic modeling layer like calculation groups, perspectives, and other features. So now there is a way to view and edit within the Power BI desktop itself. So here is the screen over here. You can see what are the features. Let me show. You want, in order to do that model edition and calculation groups edition, you need to enable this preview feature, Model Explorer and calculation groups. So once you do that, you can able to view the model view of your data in the modeling tab. There you can see a lot of options here. It will be categorized in certain order. You have at the top, you have measure groups and calculation groups, and then measures, perspective, relationship, everything over here. So you can see the entire semantic model of your data set, and you can even able to create your calculation groups within Power BI itself. So that is the very interesting feature here. If you are not aware of what is the calculation groups, other things, I made a separate video. You can check it out. So this is another important feature. What I'm thinking is like Power BI is capturing every other feature. That for all these things we need to go to other external tools and do it. Now they are bringing all the features within Power BI itself. Then one last thing I liked is like in the Power BI charts. Before, okay, I will come to the deployment pipeline last. So this Power BI chart, I mean date picker, the visualization part. So always a Power BI in date is always a challenging. We need to use some other formatting or some other tools, external tools, I mean external visuals actually. So this date picker is somewhat similar to how you pick up in any other beautiful GUI or any other web applications. So this is a very good feature I like the most. And final thing is about deployment pipeline. So why I like this feature very much is like till now you have only 3 environments you can set, right? Only 3 stages you can able to deploy. It will be like development, UAT, and production. So Microsoft thought like only 3 environments people effectively use, because I worked in a lot of companies and they have many environments like testing, pre-testing, staging, pre-staging, or pat or whatever, a lot of environments, and finally it will move to production. Maybe 6 stages before moving into production, right? So now you can have up to 2 to 10 stages. That is what Power BI has come up with. They listen to a lot of feedbacks. People can have many stages as much as they want, so you don't restrict only for 3 stages. So now you can have many stages as you can. Then you can do other enhancements as well. There is other enhancements here: deployment pipeline, multitasking, and new entry point. I mean, it's not a new entry point, you can create a deployment pipelines from here. That is what it mentioned. So this is what all about October release. There are a lot of exciting features. I'm going to try it this month. Few of the features I already tried, so you can also try and mention which is your favorite feature for Power BI. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and comment below for queries. Do remember that data is your asset.